Hello friends and followers, and welcome back to a new project. My name is Smoe, I'm a German graffiti artist, and today I will lead you through the process of painting a commissioned canvas. But as it is pretty cold in here, I'm super happy that I can prepare my sketch in the office now. I love to do sketches for canvases digitally on my iPad Pro. Especially with a glove, it is a very smooth experience. But similar to socks, my painting gloves always disappear on a magical way, and I need to take a new one from my gloves drawer. I cut off middle finger, index finger and thumb, and we are ready to go. My favorite app is Procreate app. I open a new project and the journey begins. The customer is not new to me. Jonas already ordered a paper sketch last year with the word hope, and he asked me if it was possible to paint a canvas for him with the same word as well, hope, but please with 1 or 2 characters like in my previous canvases, and also sakura trees. Everything else is up to me. My plan was to paint something surrealistic with massive clouds like the project Under the Bridge, with funny and positive characters like the pilot on the goldfish in my canvas called Drip, in combination with the color scheme of New Time, but with a tiny bit more depth and more details. So I started with the letters, and even if it looks all easy and chilled in this video, in my head there is always a lot of ideas and thoughts fighting with each other. But after about 2 hours of sketching, I was happy with the letters as the main foundation of the canvas. I went with a super clean and well-balanced style. H and P are leaning to the right side, while O and E are leaning to the left. Simple and readable, and spiced up with just a few elements. But the next question is, how do I combine the graffiti sketch with the surrealistic background and also with the meaning of hope? So I asked Google, and it says that hope is a feeling of expectation and desire for a particular thing to happen. And I would add also to it, and through your action you can increase the probability that it happens. And this is the reason why I came pretty fast to an image of a ship. 2 explorers are on their journey. They want to find maybe a treasure, and they were always doing something. They were doing something that other people were not believing in, that this might be true and that this might happen one day. And this is the idea of this artwork, like believing in yourself, believing in your dreams, even if they seem to be weird, but never giving up hope. After a whole day of sketching, everything looked just terrible. I loved the ship idea, but everything else was just off. It was too saturated, it looked terrible, and I even tried a second version with wings, but no. Wisdom with Smoe. How artists wish the process of creating an artwork was. They start with an idea, sketching, done. How it really is between idea and done. Most times it looks like this. But especially when you reached something that is half good and you start over and everything is even worse than when you started, this is the time to make a break. I love to go for a walk with the family, far away from screens and distractions. New ideas are coming on its own. And suddenly I noticed the clouds in the sunset with this intense orange, and I knew that this would fit perfectly to the sketch. And that's what I love about digital sketching so much. You can form and morph your artwork like a piece of clay until you are happy with the overall composition. So I sent the sketch to Jonas with a lot of explanations about details like the gunshots, scratches and arrows that give you hints about the adventures the two characters went through. And also some example pictures of other artworks like Kurier, where the letters were transformed into wooden furniture, or Wolkenross, where the letters became houses. And then I had to wait and hope that he likes it and gives me the go for the painting. But that leads instantly to the next problem, because it is so cold outside. You've seen it at the beginning of this video. And I got a room where I could potentially paint this artwork in. Oh, 2 of the lights are still working. And this room still has a green screen because it is officially my YouTube studio, but as I was not using it that much and I was always painting outside and painting in the factory, yeah, it became such a mess. Crazy. Okay, let's clean this mess up real quick so that we can paint in here where it is cozy and warm. This is my new painting room now. Perfect. I still want to see where how I adjust the light and all this stuff, but yeah, I think this is, for now, this is enough to be happy and to start painting. When suddenly Jonas answered, and I was so nervous reading this email. And the sketch looks amazing. Let it up to you if you want to change things around. Just have fun with it. Yay! Yeah, I can paint it. So good. Yoo-hoo! Okay, the first layer is on the canvas. This time I want to make it in a different order than the last time, because the last time I made the sketch with the pencil on the canvas first and painted the yellow ochre over it afterwards, and some of the first lines disappeared, and I don't want this time, and now I will use the projector and trace all the first lines on the yellow ochre so that nothing will be covered afterwards. And I use the technique with the yellow ochre because I want all layers on top to have some warm color shining through, and also I really don't like it when there are still white spots. And now, as everything is in yellow ochre, there is no white left over. Now we can paint nearly without thinking. Perfect. Oh yes, I'm looking forward to do all the details. It was such a good decision to bring this room back to life, and I enjoyed painting there from the beginning. It still looks terrible in there and the room definitely needs some decoration, but painting in the warm is brilliant. I will start renovating this room in one of the next videos as the next step to being a real professional artist one day. Because improving the circumstances under which I paint is more than overdue. Sitting here in a t-shirt and applying the first layers is pure pleasure. And since I hardly ever work with smelly spray paint on my canvases anymore, moving into my YouTube studio with the easel and acrylic paints was pretty obvious. Another advantage compared to my workshop is that the paint dries better and I can apply more layers faster without mixing everything together. This helps a lot, especially at fine details like the first detailed rock with the sakura tree on it. And this is perfect for me because I do not always exactly know how everything will turn out when I paint it. Most times I fill the big shapes with a mid-tone and add highlights and shadows to it. Sometimes shadows and highlights, sometimes highlights and shadows. I don't have a real order how I make it. And then I check if it is good and I do some more shadows and highlights if it is not good. And it still looks like that it could need some improvement. And of course I got some experience through the last canvases, but you need to see the paint dry on the canvas. And sometimes I even paint over everything again, like the blue reflection of the rock in the foreground. I take a big dry brush and reduce the shininess again because it was just too much. But this is the way how I work. I paint, check if contrasts and proportions are right, and if needed, I adjust it with another layer of paint. It is a consistent repetition of painting, checking, adjusting, until it is not possible to make the details better anymore with the skills, time and material I have at the moment.
Yo friends and followers, it's already day 4? Yes, it's day 4 and I am now starting with the characters and with the ship and the style and everything. I think these details already look awesome. They really look good. This tree needs to be a little bit more dusty and less contrast so that it just gets a little bit more into the background. Holy! I don't want to do too much with the background now because I don't know if the whole artwork really needs it, because when the foreground is there, suddenly the background will look so much more detailed than it really is. And I really like this rough strokes with the brush, so that it looks like that it is painted. It does not look like it was digital or something or printed. You can see how I applied all the paint to the canvas, and I think this is something that makes it, it looks like handmade. It looks handmade, and this is something really cool, and I don't want to destroy this effect. So, okay, let's just start.
After being so happy with the background, I was in the painting groove. I'm super happy with the palette I'm recently using, and besides only using warmish colors, it really felt good painting inside in the warm room. It took me only one day to finish the Hope letters and the ship, and I was already ready to start with the characters. And it was so refreshing to paint the happy and positive expression of the dude at the front. I'm really thinking if I give these two dudes names. You can write your suggestion in the comments. How would you call this friendly guy? I really like when the sun is shining through the window of my new studio room at the afternoon. It gives me some extra energy to finish the portion of the day. But I'm not gonna lie, I was working on small details and tiny adjustments for another whole day.
Okay, basically we are done, but I would really love to have a vignette all around so that the corners are a little bit dark, and I want to use transparent black to do this. And I just get one try, and I'm not allowed to mess it up. Let's go downstairs into my workshop and put some transparent black to the edges. Okay. I'm a little bit afraid because so many times in the past it happened to me that I messed up the artwork with the clear coat at the end. I just remember when I did it the last time with the super huge canvas that I painted for this office building. I will show it to you right now. It was a great canvas, and I messed it up with the clear coat. Oh man, this is so stupid. Because clear coat likes to get milky when you put it on a canvas or anything else when it is below 5 degrees Celsius outside. It is 6. It's 6 degrees outside. So yeah, maybe hopefully probably I will not mess it up. Let's make a test first. And we will see how it looks on my cabin in 20 minutes. And if it looks like milk, we won't do it on the canvas. If it looks good, we will make it on the canvas. Make a vignette. Because then it will get even more such a sort of a old school, old fashioned look that I really like. Okay. This all should be milky, but especially on the black letters, you see that it is still black, so we can put it on the canvas.
So I darkened the edges with transparent spray paint, and after a short drying time I added a layer of acrylic clear coat to it in the warm, mixed 50% with water. I let the canvas dry for another night to finally put it off the painting frame and staple it to the final stretcher.
And I know that you want to see it. This is the final result!
You can't imagine how proud I am about this piece. It is so fresh, positive and vibrant, and through the idea to combine the letters with a ship, it tells a whole story about friendship, not giving up, going through adventures together and reaching a peaceful place one day if you don't give up hope. I was afraid, to be honest, that this artwork might get too corny, but it is so uplifting, vibrant and gives you hints to tell the story, where they arrive and how the story continues. Of course, there will be a limited edition of fine art jiggly prints available on my website smonova.de as well. And as we just finished our very first sticker pack, every order will get one pack for free. And also a pair of gloves to protect the print, and also for digital painting when you cut off 3 fingers. So please use the link in the description or go to smonova.de. We ship worldwide. And at this point I want to say thanks a lot to my supporters on Patreon, who help me every month with just $5. And also a big thanks to Jonas. I hope that you like this canvas as much as I do. Right now it is on its way to Norway. Thank you. Thanks for watching.
You please don't forget to like the subscribe button if you like stuff like that. And I hope to see you in the next project.